Welcome to the Connecticut Dots online demonstration video. Today, we will be discussing several highlights of the Connecticut Dots online platform at educators' disposal and their significance. First, let's review. The Connecticut Documentation and Observation for Teaching Systems, Connecticut Dots, is a framework to guide early care and education providers in a process of monitoring children's progress on the skills, abilities, and behaviors in the Connecticut Early Learning and Development Standards, also known as Connecticut ELDS. Connecticut Dots also provides a structure for providers to partner with families in sharing information about individual children.
Highlights of the Connecticut Dots online program include, but are not limited to, attachment management so no moment gets lost, built-in family input making it easier than ever to see what goes on at home, and reports on demand, giving educators peace of mind knowing the reports are done correctly and efficiently.
The first tool we're going to look at is the attachment pool. A large part of Connecticut Dots is the corresponding evidence, which includes attachments and notes. Now, I'm sure we've all had trouble finding a specific photo from our device to share, never mind managing the attachments of an entire classroom of students. So in the attachment pool, you can upload several attachments at once with no interruption. So in one swing, a day's worth of content can be uploaded. What you'll also notice is that these attachments can have custom titles applied to them, so you always know what they're about. However, the real magic with the attachment pool is with scoring. So let's head over to Individual and apply a score for 3 to 4 years emerging for cognition. Underneath, we'll hit the Add Evidence collection. Insert title, date, evidence type, and how it relates to the score. What you'll see here is a button called Select from Attachment Pool. When you hit this, you'll get a list of all unused attachments. Another large part of the Connecticut Dots framework is family input. With Connecticut Dots Online, family input is built directly in. Under Observation Plans, which is the term our software uses for your current classrooms, you'll see a list of your students. When editing these students, you'll see something called Parent Contacts. This simply takes their name and email, and as many parental contacts can be added per student. Now, in the Observation panel under Data Collection at the bottom, we'll see a button named Send Family Input linked to selected students' parents. So in clicking this button, a link will be emailed to this student's parents. Now, under the Classroom tab, we can send an email to our entire class's parents. Let me show you what the parent side looks like. This email will come through with the following details, so it's easy to find for parents. Super simple form, giving parents and guardians the ability to upload their own attachments and observations. When submitted, this data will appear under Family Input Review, where it can either be accepted and applied to a domain in progression or declined. Declining will simply delete it, and approving will open Score by Evidence. Here, you can apply evidence from both your classroom or from parents for any number of students in your class to as many domains and progressions as you find applicable. Now, this was a family input, so here multiple students would not likely be applicable. However, if this was a group activity a section of the class participated in, we can include the participating parties. We can also upload attachments from both our pool, which we discussed prior, or our current device. Once you've filled out the form and selected the domains and progressions you found this evidence applicable, simply hit the Save button at the bottom of the window. Now, when we head back to individual, we can see for both Baker Teresa and Leon Barry that evidence is recorded for cognition, logic, and reasoning 4 to 5 years. The last tool we're going to take a look at is the Class Profile Report. The awesome thing about Connecticut Dots Online is not only does it help manage attachments, scores, evidence, and keep it all organized, it builds the reports at your demand, meaning educators can get back to what's important to them, their classrooms. So under Class Profile Report, you need to select your observation plan, which remember is our program's term for classroom. Next, we select which part of the year we want, or our reporting period. I'm going to do the full plan to keep things simple. As you can see here, each domain is separated by a table. Where each row acts as a progression and each column an age band. The numbers represent the amount of scores for that domain, progression, and age band. Clicking these will present a bubble informing us of what students are scored here. To the right, we can see the total number of scores per progression, allowing us to make sure we've reached the necessary criteria and that everyone's gotten a score. Underneath is a list of scores, their progression, age band, student, and whether they were emerging or consistent. We can also apply filters to this report, which includes age, gender, class type, enrollment program, 504 plans, etc. Meaning we can really take advantage and make sure all aspects of our classroom are performing equally. These reports can also be printed into PDF form. From attachment management, family input, easy and simple scoring, and evidence tracking, to reports built on demand, Connecticut Dots Online truly has it all, for these were just the highlights. For further information about the platform, such as quotes, demonstrations, and/or OEC-endorsed training, fill out the interest form listed below on the page. Thank you for listening, and have a wonderful rest of your day.